So my other video about this part, we had programmed the end cut and this side cut here as two separate fixed bevel cuts. I'll just turn off the toolpath so we can see the model a little bit better. So we had a fixed bevel cut on the end here and then a fixed bevel cut along this side here. So in this video, I'll try to show you how you can program these to be one cut. So first of all, let's check to see what we've got for some edges here. We can clean things up and delete a few of these that we won't need. So we'll just delete that one for now. And we'll delete that. And we'll just go with that for right now. So now we'll pick edges, and we'll pick this edge here. And then I'll do my line command. And I want to start at the other end of this line here. So we're going to change start point to start at the other end. And we're going to go to the center, and then we'll go to the end point. And I'm done with my line command. And then we'll pick that edge and that edge. So that would be my top edge. And then for the bottom edge, click on Pick Edges again, pick this edge, and then we'll do a line to the end point here. And then we'll go to this edge here, and then we're actually going to go up this way and then over this way so that we can connect this top edge here to this bottom edge down here. And we're done with that bottom edge. So we've got that for the bottom edge now, and we've got that for our top edge. Let's see how this works out here. So we'll go to Toolpath, and let's see, all these could be fixies. We'll just change that one to fixie anyways, but neither here nor there. All right, so click on plus to add cut, and upper curve will be here, and we're going to start at that end and come to this end. Then lower curve will be that there. And hit enter spacebar for my lead in, and then I'm just going to left click to give myself a little bit of a lead out. So we got those there now. And I'm just going to uncheck this box here just so we can see the one cut that we're working with. Engagement right now is set to constant. Since I have upper and lower curves on this one, I could change this to be upper to lower. And you can see a little bit of red lines, what's happening here. So that end looks pretty reasonable. Then as it's coming around here, you can tell by these striations how the cutting head is tilting over. And then coming over here to the corner, what we'll see as we rotate this around is it's getting a little bit confused because it's trying to connect, maybe it's not seeing a point down here. So we'll do a little preview so we can see what it's doing. And we'll slow this down a little bit. We can pause it. We can drag the slider along. So it sweeps along that edge, which looks pretty reasonable, and then comes along tilting over. And then, so we can see here that's basically connecting a point in that corner to a point somewhere down here, and then it's just kind of sweeping around that corner. So you could try adding some connection points here. So if you go into the ruled area, click on the Edit Connections button here. And we could, I'll open up this box here so we can add additional connection points. So this list here, if you click on these numbers, you can see the connection. So this here is that one set to tilted up to 0 degrees because it's connecting this point here down to this point here. And there's no connection point here in the corner, so we could try adding a connection point. So I could click on the plus sign here and snap to this corner here and then snap to that corner there, which will give us that connection point. So it might be a little bit better now. So we'll click on play again here. And I'll just slide this along. All right, so it comes around. So then we're going to see it's going to tilt up. So that would be pretty good there. But now it's going from here to here. It's just basically going to pivot around this point here. So that might be okay, but you might get a little bit of a divot there also as it pivots around that point. So then what you can do is you can also go through and you can manually change angles. So you wouldn't do that actually through here. So you can click on this edit button and you can go through and connect things, but there's no connection point out here to connect this to. So that's not going to work very well for us. So we'll just escape out of there and close that. You can try the variable choice here and click on edit, but then things are getting really wacky in there. So this is another way we can go through and you can change connections. So we've got that connection point there. Again, we could add our connection point that we added before, so we can add that. But this one doesn't allow you to connect to bottom points, so this is more of just mainly being able to go in and click and add points. So if we wanted to, we could go through. If we know that angle, we could plug that in there. So that gets a little trickier than it needs to be. So we're not going to do that right now. So we'll just say done and close here. So we can get in and modify some geometries to make this a little bit better. So we're just going to delete that entire cut and forget that. So we're going to close out of here. And what we'll do is basically extend this line down to the bottom of the model surface, and then extend this one down, and then we're going to draw a line from here that's parallel to this angled line here. So you can go to the CAD tab and do these things here. So first of all, since we don't need this little line here, we'll just delete that. So get rid of that. All right, so we can use our extend command, and we can pick an edge. So if we want to extend this, and then if you know a distance, you can specify that, or we can extend it to a surface. So click on select surface, and then click on this bottom surface, and it'll extend that line down to there. And then we can do the same thing for the other edge. So click on this edge here, and select surface, and click on that there. So then we can use our line command. We can draw a line from endpoint to endpoint there. And then we could also draw a line to endpoint there, which would give us that edge there that we could pick. So for this end down here, so we'll connect this point in the center of this circle to this point down here. So now we need a point out here, which is basically the same distance away from that point as this point is from that point there, and then we can have a nice fixed angle there. So a couple different ways of doing that. So one way you could do it, I'll do it here. I'll do a line from center of here down to the end point of there, and then I can use my copy or move command, whichever you want to use. Copy, and I'll rotate this around so I can pick that line there and pick that line. And base point is going to be from the center there, or end point, and then I'm going to move that to that end point there. So that gives me the angle. Hit escape to get out of that command, and then I can do a line, and we'll do a line from the end point there to the end point there, and that's done. So now, of course, we'll be able to pick that top edge like we did before, and then for the bottom edge, we'll be able to pick this line that we just drew in here, this line across the bottom out to this point here, and then over there, and then that should give us some nice smooth motion of the 5-axis head. So back to the cam tab, curves, and we'll go ahead and pick edges. And so we'll take that edge, and we want this edge, and we'll do a line from here. We'll just go all the way down to here. You can just follow these lines that we drew. And so we're done with that. So let's see, so that's our bottom edge now, and then that's our top edge. So go back to our toolpath, click on plus, and upper curve will be, see if I can pick it here, that, and we're going to start from here, and we're going to go around to there, and then lower curve will be this one here, and then lead in, and left click to give myself a little bit of lead out. So let's see, and then we can delete the other cuts that we had in there originally, which we don't need anymore, so we'll just delete that and delete that one. And if I uncheck this box for show all, then it makes it a little bit easier to see what we got. So we got that cut, we got that, and then this, of course, we'd want to move down, make that the last cut, so I can use my arrow to move that down now. And we got this one, which is ruled fixed Z, and then engagement is going to be from upper to lower. And then still a little bit of an area here where you see these lines are disappearing, indicating that something's going on there. So we would go in and edit connections again. So we've got this connection at the beginning. We got this one at the end, which is vertical. We don't need that one. We'll get rid of that. We've got that one there. So we can click on this plus sign to add some connections. So we can add a connection now from here down to that corner there. And we'll add a connection from this corner here down to that corner there. And I think that should be enough. We can click on done. We can do our preview. And we'll just slide this over here. So I'll sweep over, come to that corner. So right on the corner there, that looks good. Come across, staying at that fixed angle, and then leads out at that angle. So I think that would look pretty good. So that's how we would do that. If you have any questions on that, let me know.